Thanks for joining us, America. Seth and Morgan are with us in the lobby of Financial Peace Plaza. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hi,
We're
Dave.
great.
We're good.
Welcome, welcome. So I assume you're here to do a debt-free scream?
You got it.
Yep.
I love it. Phenomenal. And where do you live?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville, East Tennessee folks. Okay.
Go Vols.
There you go. Go Vols. That's good. That's good stuff. So a couple-hour drive over here and some change, up close to 3. And roll in here and get some of Martha's cookies and do a debt-free scream, huh?
Absolutely.
That's fun. How much debt have you guys paid off?
We paid off $26,500 in 8 months.
Way to go. Excellent. Making what kind of money?
Making about $85,000.
$85,000 a year. Awesome. What do you guys do for a living?
I'm in the petroleum industry, and she's in apartment management.
Oh, fun. Very cool. Good for you. Well, excellent, excellent. So what got you on this get out of debt thing 8 months ago?
Well,
Well,
actually, we got into a pretty big fight about money, and it was looking pretty grim. It was a Friday, and then on Sunday there was a thing in our bulletin about financial peace being held at my church.
well, there you go.
So that's we said we'll give it a shot and see if we can get this together. And
Yeah, I don't think we call that a coincidence.
no.
That's what's known as an underhand pitch.
Yes.
Yeah, and I
Wow.
must say I was definitely the hesitant one too. You know, I'd heard of you before, and I kind of thought of it as like a snake oil type deal.
Sure,
And I was like, I don't know about this.
Guy sells bottled common sense.
Exactly. So I went in, and I agreed to go with her and do the FPU class, and I must say I was shocked. The first day it pretty much turned me around completely. Everything you said made perfect sense. I mean, and I was like, wow, this really sounds like something I could get behind.
Yeah. So it was kind of the brand or our message or whatever was kind of off in the edge of the fog a little bit to where it wasn't real clear what we were doing, but it sounded fishy. That's what it sounds like anyway.
Well,
you didn't know a lot. You didn't know a lot
show,
about us. You just knew that we were doing something over here, and it sounded kind of weird. Is that right?
Something to that effect. Yeah. I mean, I had never listened to the show personally,
Right.
and once we did start the class, obviously I listened to the podcast with my wife, and it's very enjoyable. I mean,
Thank you. A lot of people who go through Financial Peace University or have this experience of becoming debt-free, it starts with a big fight. With my wife, Sharon, and I, you probably heard that in the class, we had this huge fight over what she was spending at the grocery store. And we had just gone broke, and I was trying to figure it out, and we were just, we were ready to kill each other.
that was actually exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It was a giant fight over groceries.
Yeah, and I had just read Larry Burkett's books at that time because we were going broke, and I'm reading the Bible trying to figure out what stupid boy was doing, me. And I had read about this envelope system thing. And I finally, that was the first thing we tried. We didn't even have a budget. We just said, all right, we're going to at least settle this grocery issue. And this was, 25 years ago. I said, well, what do you need for groceries? And she said, well, I probably need $600 or $700 a month, but I can do it on $500 if you'll just give it to me every time and not gripe at me all the time. So this is kind of how it started. I mean, it started in the middle of a fight. So we started putting $500 in an envelope, and it started working. And then that led us into another envelope and led us into a budget and led us into communication and learning to work together. And we really started learning the biblical principles for handling money, common sense stuff like you guys have learned, and it changed everything for us. What was the hardest thing you did in the last 8 months?
That was probably for me because I'm the spender and the free spirit. So it took a lot for me to cut down on impulse purchases, especially relating to hobbies and the fun stuff that I like to do.
Now, what's your biggest hobby?
I keep saltwater aquariums.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I grow corals and actually, I've recently just got the set up an LLC so that I can start
Writing it off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So I can start selling some corals.
Yeah,
and
okay.
whatnot,
All right.
turn
But
it
that's
into
an
a business.
expensive hobby, yeah.
Very, yes.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Yeah, because growing coral is it's a painful, slow process.
Yes, it can be. It can be.
So, well, cool, man. That's fun. And so you were able to get control of things so that now you can do that.
Absolutely.
That's what it amounts to. And so was this the one thing in the marriage that needed to be fixed so now everything's a whole lot better, or what was the story there?
It's a big part of it. It really, like you say, your life runs through your checkbook. So it really made us sit down and communicate and really get on the same page as far as goals, as far as what we wanted to do for the future, as far as
made you talk about other stuff more than just money.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we could always tell when it was time to sit down for the budget meeting, because we'd feel that little bit of distance going, yep, check the calendar. It's about time to sit down and look over this again.
I don't know if that ever stops right there. If you don't stay connected and keep that communication flowing, whatever methodology you use, budget committee or whatever else, it begins to affect any marriage. Sharon and I experienced the exact same thing. So, well, very cool. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
Very proud of you.
And one more thing, I just wanted to point out how big of a difference you have made as far as breaking that cycle of not knowing anything about money, because I really didn't. I didn't know anything about budgeting or living within my means, and it's something that we hope to pass on to our son, who is a great big fan, by the way. You got to hear him do the intro.
He did the whole intro for me at one of the commercial breaks. It was great. Yeah, we'll try to get that on camera before he leaves. That's pretty cool stuff. Well, it's very fun. It does. There's something really, it starts out as just a little personal crisis over the grocery store, and it evolves all the way into we changed our family tree. And you just completely change your legacy and everything. What church do you guys go to? Where was the FPU class?
It was at Powell Church on Emory Road there in Powell, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Very cool.
Big shout out to our FPU coordinators and classmates, to John and Linda Hunter. We really appreciate their guidance. And
absolutely. We'll have to get you going through the legacy journey now.
Yeah. They've approached us to see if we would be interested in coordinating a class. So
fun.
We'll see about that in the near future.
There you go. Very cool.
Yeah.
Good.
And I will tell you that, actually we found out one of the biggest ways that we were able to finish our debt snowball was because of my grandparents. And we didn't know until after he passed just how well he had planned for our family, for my mother, for her siblings, and we've been very, very blessed. And he's the epitome of Proverbs 13:22. He really is, and he's been the inspiration to do the same for his kids.
A godly man leaves an inheritance to his children's children.
Absolutely.
There you go. That's fun. Well, congratulations, you two. Very, very proud of you. Seth and Morgan from Knoxville, Tennessee, $26,000 paid off in 8 months, making $85,000 a year. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free! That was fabulous. Oh, that is great. Well done, you guys. Very well done.